had no expectations for Star Wars Vision because I'm not a fan of anime. I put this show off long enough because there's going to be a second volume to this, so I decided, why not I just watch the first one now? And that's what I'm doing. And I watched it, all 9 shorts. All of it's made by different anime studios, and I feel like I say this now, but I'm not someone who's into anime. I like stuff that's anime inspired, like it's inspired by anime, but I don't watch it. Prior to me watching Visions, the only thing I've seen that's anime related is a Simpsons Tales of Horror from, I think, last year. But other than that, I haven't really watched anything. Now, I do like watching stuff that's anime inspired, like I said, but I'm not an anime guy. I don't care about it. I think it's quite, I do get a kick, I laugh when I watch like clips on YouTube or whatever, like from other people, just through the grapevine, because I do see clips here and there. But anime just looks funny, and also the English dubs just sound hilarious. Like that's the thing with this about Visions. Everything I found hilarious about anime is just here. It's just over-the-top expressions, just over-the-top combat, over-the-top voice acting by the English dubbing. And it's like, how can you take this seriously? I don't understand how people can take anime seriously. Like, it's so stupid and ridiculous. I like it. I like the stories. Maybe it's because the stories are really good. It's just, I don't know, maybe these are meant for kids. I mean, is anime a kids genre? I don't know, because I've seen stuff that's like very bloody and adult anime, so I guess it's meant for adults, but they act over the top in these like adult anime. I don't know, I should not speak on that matter, but for Visions, I like it. I like the individual stories. After I watched the first short, I was like, oh my god, it's actually really good, and I started liking it. Now, the worst short of this is like the second one, which is like a rock band one, which is so bizarre. But that's the thing, these shorts can do whatever the hell they want. This is what Tales of the Jedi should have been like. Doing whatever the hell they want to do, not be restricted by the canon. But, maybe that's the whole point of Tales of the Jedi, to be more constricted to the canon, while this is not canon. And I like how these studios love Star Wars. All these have Jedi, and they're all Jedi related, which is obvious because Jedi are samurais, are based off of samurai, the Force. All of it's based off of like Chinese, Japanese stuff. So I like that. Yes, it did get a little bit annoying because every story was just Jedi after Jedi. Star Wars is this great galaxy with all these different avenues. You don't really get that, really. Except for like the second episode, which is like a rock band. It's not really about the Jedi. I mean, it's the Jedi character in there, but it's not really about that. It's kind of cool. A lot of these stories end in cliffhangers, which I'm kind of confused on why. Now, this isn't really a spoiler, because I don't really know how I can spoil this. Me spoiling the ending, saying that they're cliffhangers, isn't really a spoiler, because if you don't care about this and it's not really a spoiler, but if you've already seen it, then you already know. So it's like, there's no spoilers in this, but yeah, I don't understand some of the stories. They just go, cliffhanger. Do they know they're never going to make another one of these again? Or maybe for the second volume, they're going to have a continuation? Because I don't know if these stories are going to continue. If they do, that'd be cool, because there's something that I do really like. In the matter of like 15 to a half hour, I'm hooked on these stories. That's the power of storytelling. These studios did a fantastic job telling a very, very, it's just telling a story in a matter of 15 to 30 minutes. Whether that be self-contained or has a cliffhanger, like, these stories are really good. Even though I don't remember any of the characters' names, because these things go by so quickly, it's like, I do remember the faces. They're very cool. Like, one of them is, it's like inspired by Astro Boy. I remember watching that when I was younger. That was like this robot kid that's like a Jedi, and it's like such a cool concept. And the animation, it looks so different from the rest of it. It's like so cool. And like, everything, all these look different, and I like that. Yeah, it looks weird at first, but I get used to it. And we have one that's in black and white, another one like that is inspired by Astro Boy. Maybe the same company that made Astro Boy, I don't know. All these companies, I have no idea the names of these studios. I've never heard of them before. So, they're brand new to me. And, all I know is that they did a great job making these, and that's the thing. People don't really like these because it's anime, and I guess because anime and it's not really canon, and it's like it's just an experiment, but it's an experiment that worked because it's really cool to see something different. It's unhinged Star Wars, where it's not bogged down to Disney not trying to make it like kid friendly. There's no identity politics in this. There's no marketing. It's just unhinged, where the story's being told and it gets pretty dark. Like the last one that I watched for Volume 1, it just, the hero's lost, and it's like, and it's not even like, oh, we lost, let's hope to, win. No, it's like you lost. The hero lost to the dark side. And that's really cool. It's dark. Some of these things aren't, you could argue they're meant for kids, but I wouldn't want children watching this. Granted, it's not bloody, it's not violent, it's just mature, There's a lot of twists in this. There's always, like, some sort of twist that happens. Nothing straightforward, which is kind of funny. Everything is just, anime plot twist. Because that's the whole point, there's always these twists. But they're clever. They're very clever twists. I'm not going to say, because if you want to watch these, you can, but most of these shorts in, like, Volume 1, they have, like, some plot twist. And, after the first 2 or 3, I was expecting a plot twist, and if there wasn't, that was a plot twist for me. Like, I'm like, oh, there's nothing here, it's just straightforward. But most of them do have some big plot twists that I would not want to spoil, because it's better if you don't know anything. I did not know anything about this. I did not know any characters, not know any expectations. I've seen, YouTubers covering this when it came up. I didn't watch it because I don't care about anime. That's probably going to be the case moving forward of how many seasons they're going to make this. I'm not going to look at it when it first comes out. When it comes to, like, the reviews, but after I watch, I'll probably watch reviews on it, because these things, these shorts are meant to be experienced without any prior knowledge. I don't know the studio behind it. I don't know the characters, their names, their backstory. You don't know them. The only characters that are from the canon that do make an appearance are from the second episode, that being Boba Fett and Jabba the Hutt, but that's it. No other recognizable characters can be found, unless you want to include battle droids, here and there, in the background and stuff, but other than that, there's nothing. But would this get me into anime? No, I'm never going to watch anime, or just anything that's dedicated to it. When I watched this, I was laughing way more than I should have. Anime is just so over the top, and it's so stupid and funny, where you have some cool scenes with the action, but the way the characters act, like the comic relief characters, they act so stupid. And it's like, if this was in the Western world, it would be laughed upon and people would hate it. But I guess because it's anime, people just get over it, because whenever I see comic relief characters, they just act so stupid. Yeah, the way the voice dubbing is very funny, because they say something so serious, but it sounds so funny at the same time, And it's just, I don't know what to say, because just most of the, I don't know if it's just because the English dub, they just sound stupid. Maybe if I watch the original thing, granted I would have no idea what they're saying, but it probably sound much better, much more serious. But the English dubbing is very good. I still like these shorts, they're still very good. I like the characters, I like the stories. They have free reign to do whatever they want, and it works. I can't wait for the second volume. I'm going to be watching it when it comes out. I'm hooked on this stuff now. And I'm not going to watch anime, but I'm going to watch anime if it's involving Star Wars. Because, my God, I like Star Wars Visions. And with that being said, where do I put this in my rankings then? Visions Volume 1 goes above Clone Wars, a micro-series Volume 1. But below the Clone Wars micro-series entirely. I think it's quite fitting that Volume 1 of Visions goes in between other volumes of another show. And I feel like it's put here. This would have been originally put below Attack of the Clones, like, where Resistance and Forces of Destiny are. But I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is an experiment, it's going to be not what Star Wars is, that type of stuff. But no, this works. Anime and Star Wars work very well hand in hand, so I individually like all the stories, so it's being put up this high. Do you agree or disagree with where I placed it? Because I know not everyone likes anime. They're probably going to place it like on the bottom of their rankings, but honestly, I enjoy the stories individually. That's why it's that high up. I rank stuff based off of if I like it or the overall quality is good between each episode. But if you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna go now, so goodbye everyone.